Are we in for Season 5 of The Mandalorian? Well, the Force is still uncertain on that one. With Season 3 of The Mandalorian not exactly breaking records in terms of viewership, and the buzz around Dave Filoni's Mandoverse crossover movie, it's left fans wondering if Lucasfilm plans to keep the Disney Plus series going beyond Season 4. Welcome to Star Wars Deconstructed, students of the Force and acolytes of the galaxy. Whether you're a Jedi, Sith, or somewhere in between, join us today as we discuss the possibility of a 5th season for The Mandalorian and how Season 4 can help with this possibility. Before Season 3 even hit our screens back in March, Jon Favreau, the creative genius behind The Mandalorian, dropped a little teaser for us. He spilled the beans, saying that he had already written the script for the 4th episode, and he didn't stop there. He went on to say that he was cooking up the next chapter during post-production of Season 3. Back then, rumors were swirling that production for Season 4 might kick off in September or October 2023. This kind of commitment from Favreau and the creative team hinted at a strong connection between Season 3 and Season 4, showing Lucasfilm and Disney Plus's dedication to keeping the Mando story going. But things have changed since those comments. We've had the strikes, Ahsoka's Disney Plus debut, the announcement of Dave Filoni's Mandoverse film, and Season 3 didn't quite hit the mark with some fans. So what are the odds of a Season 5? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. If Season 4's performance is stellar and fans are on board, then we might just see a Season 5. If Season 5 is vital for the Mandoverse grand plan and Filoni's movie, it could be in the pipeline regardless of fan demand. Jon Favreau himself seems keen on the idea of more seasons, especially with Grogu's slow aging, which opens up for the potential of a long-running storyline. In one interview, Favreau said, "I really hope so. I really love the dynamic of these two characters that, in theory, don't age." He also acknowledged that the show's future depends on whether the audience is vibing with what they're serving up. Adding more fuel to the speculation is Dave Filoni, who had hinted that this crossover movie might not be the end of the road for Mando and Grogu. He said, "I don't know if I'd call it that," when asked if the film would serve as a finale. He reminded us that the New Republic era, where The Mandalorian is set, was a concept that existed long before the show was even a glimmer in our Star Wars-loving eyes. One thing remains clear: the 4th season needs to hit the mark with fans if we are to get a 5th season, and this is where Season 4 comes into play. What this means is that there are some issues that The Mandalorian Season 4 needs to address to steer the ship back on course and deliver the Star Wars magic fans crave. Now, don't get us wrong, Season 3 was entertaining and all, but there's no denying that it didn't quite reach the heights of the earlier seasons. Who could really forget those strange changes between Season 2 and 3 and the shift away from Pedro Pascal's Djarin? It left us with mixed feelings, right? So let's break it down. Here are some of the things that The Mandalorian Season 4 needs to tackle to get us back on track for an epic Star Wars adventure. One thing we can't ignore when talking about The Mandalorian Season 4 is Din Djarin's character arc. Season 3 gave us some curveballs, especially when it came to our beloved Mando. Remember how Season 2 set up this epic transformation for Din? From a religious zealot to a potential leader of Mandalore, it was all set to be super powerful. But then Season 3 took a different turn, and Bo-Katan Kryze snagged the leadership role from Mandalore. Poor Din, right? It's pretty clear that the creative minds, including Jon Favreau, had to do some rethinking about Din's path after this change. Some fans even felt like his arc got a bit lost in the mix. But here's the deal: Season 4 needs to step up its game and give Din a compelling arc. At the end of Season 3, we saw him teaming up with the New Republic to take down Imperial remnants. This could be a game changer, turning Jin into a reluctant hero for the entire galaxy, not just for Grogu or Mandalore. Seasons 1 and 2 gave us a great mix of Pedro Pascal's physical presence and his voice, perfectly weaving into Din Djarin's character development. However, Season 3 took an unexpected turn with Din's arc, and suddenly Pedro Pascal's role became voice only. This marked a first for the series, where we didn't get to see the man behind the mask. Now, this shift also tied into the apparent retcon of Din's character arc. It seemed like he was gearing up to come to terms with the Mandalorian way and show his face more often, but that wasn't the case, and as a result, we got less of Pedro Pascal on our screens. Sure, Lateef Crowder and Brendan Wayne, who served as body doubles for Din Djarin, did an excellent job, but there's no denying that fans missed seeing more of Pedro Pascal himself. It was a bit of a letdown for many. Let's talk about something that really pulled at our heartstrings in The Mandalorian: the relationship between Din Djarin and Grogu. It's safe to say that Season 3 left us wanting more of that connection. In Seasons 1 and 2, the bond between Din and Grogu was the emotional core of the series. Their unlikely father-son dynamic gave us all the feels. But when Season 3 shifted its focus to Bo-Katan and the Mandalore storyline, both Din and Grogu got a bit sidelined. We missed those heartwarming moments between them. It felt like we were only treated to meaningful scenes with this duo in the final 2 episodes of the season. That left many fans longing for more of what made the show so endearing in the first place. Now here's the good news. The Mandalorian Season 4 seems to be setting the stage for Din and Grogu to take a spotlight once again. It's hinting at a deeper exploration of their relationship, and fans are crossing their fingers for some heartwarming and emotional moments in the upcoming season. Another crucial element that The Mandalorian Season 4 needs is a fresh and captivating villain. You see, Season 3 bid farewell to Moff Gideon, who had been the show's primary antagonist. This demise left a villain-shaped hole in the narrative that needs filling, and fans are hungry for a new adversary who can match wits with Din Djarin. The setup for Season 4 hints at a broader storyline within the New Republic era of Star Wars. This offers up a perfect opportunity to introduce a brand new compelling villain. We're talking about someone who can get under our hero's skin and keep us on the edge of our seats. Now, who could this new villain be? Well, it might come in the form of those Imperial remnants that Din is so determined to hunt down. Or, if we're lucky, it could lead him into the showdown with members of Season 3's Shadow Council, or even the legendary Grand Admiral Thrawn himself. Let's talk about how The Mandalorian Season 4 can connect with Dave Filoni's upcoming Star Wars movie in a way that ties the two together into one cohesive narrative. Here's the deal. Dave Filoni's movie is all set to showcase the epic battle between the New Republic and the formidable Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, how can The Mandalorian Season 4 fit into this bigger picture? Well, Din Djarin's involvement in taking down the remnants of the Empire could serve as a perfect bridge. It's a way to seamlessly get him wrapped up in the storyline of the film. This not only brings Din into the heart of the New Republic era, addressing a concern some had with Season 3, but it also helps create a more cohesive and interconnected overarching story for the upcoming projects. In Seasons 1 and 2, it was crystal clear that the title referred to our main man, Din Djarin. He was the Mandalorian in focus, but then came Season 3, and the plot took a dramatic shift, hinting that the title might encompass any Mandalorian who plays a significant role in the story. It was a bit like passing the Mandalorian torch, so to speak. Now, with Season 4 gearing up for Din's solo adventures alongside Grogu, it's time to clear the air and confirm what the title is really about. This clarification is crucial not only for fans, but also for Din's overarching arc within the Star Wars universe. Knowing whether Din Djarin truly embodies the title or if it's just a more flexible concept will help us understand his importance in the grand scheme of things. It'll be the missing puzzle piece that ties the show together. So let's hope that Season 4 brings us some answers, puts an end to some of the problems caused by Season 3, and helps bring a 5th season to life. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to the channel, and hey, why not watch the next one?